Want to build real freedom in just 1 year? Here's my step-by-step plan, combining mindset, multiple income streams, and lifestyle choices, all inspired by my journey here in Thailand. So freedom means different things to different people, but to me it means financial independence, location freedom, and time freedom. So to achieve that, what I've done is I used to live in Australia, I used to work a corporate job 9 to 5, and I managed to save enough money to give myself the opportunity to move here to Thailand with a limited income to build something that I really want to work on and really care about. The first step is to be clear on your vision, be clear on what freedom actually means to you, because as it means different things to different people, you know, maybe freedom to you is just being able to cover the expenses, just being able to like have a nice experience on the weekend, spend time with your family, but maybe it means moving to a whole different country. You need to outline what freedom means to you and start thinking about the steps to get to that point, what you really need to do to actually figure out how you can achieve that freedom, and really think about it, because it is more attainable than you think. So some of the foundations that are very important with achieving this freedom is having a growth mindset. So there are two types of mindsets. One is growth, one is fixed. And with a growth mindset, you generally take setbacks as a positive thing, as a learning experience. So, you know, maybe you try a business, it fails. You just basically take all of the things that were positive about building this business, all of the skills that you learn, and see it as opportunity to do better in the next business, rather than a fixed mindset person who may say, oh, like I'm a failure, I can't do it, I should just go back to doing what I was doing before. I think a growth mindset is very important to allow yourself to give yourself the freedom, for example, like moving to Thailand, because it's a big change, especially if you haven't been used to traveling around and you've been working one job before and you're just really fed up. So start to embrace the growth mindset. A good book for that is literally just called Mindset. I've started reading that and I'll link it down in the description below. Thailand helped me change a lot of my mindset. Even just coming here, it's a lot better than it was before, and that's just because it's opened up my mind to being, you know, more focused on what I want to do, like fully focused on what I want to do. When I was in Australia working my job, a lot of my energy, a lot of my time was going into that work, and it wasn't really benefiting my life apart from obviously giving me a paycheck. So now that I can fully focus on what I want to do, I can be creative, I can come up with new ideas, I can make sure that I focus on my health, all of these things. And my whole life is revolved around creating something for myself, creating something that actually matters, creating something that I care about, that I want to work on, that I want to help people, things like that. So obviously, you know, talking about ideas on how you can make money online, there's a few different ways. You know, the way that I'm doing is through content creation. This is not something that I thought I would be doing when I originally moved here, but it's something that I've picked up and I'm really enjoying and seeing some results with. But there's so many things, you just have to kind of figure out what your skills are. If it's freelance, if you've run a small online business before, if you do have a passion for content creation, if you have passive income ideas, there's lots and lots of things, but you kind of have to figure out what your skills are, what you're interested in, and commit to one thing that you can kind of know that will work. And you have to try and figure out, like, try it for a month, but like really try. See if it's for you, see if it's something that has like a good outcome, because some things you can put a lot of time and effort into, like my previous business, and the actual reward from that isn't even that good in the end. Like the revenue isn't as good as I could just pivot and do something else and make more money. So you have to kind of figure out that, because a lot of people will work, you know, all their life, they'll work so hard, they're such hard workers, but the ceiling is the salary, or the ceiling is the skills. So you have to try and find the skills that you can learn to give yourself an opportunity that actually makes something good, makes some good money, something like that. Freelancing is a huge thing. You should definitely do some research into freelancing, leveraging your skills. Teaching is also another thing. If you have things that you've learned, if it's like an instrument, if you have some talent that you can teach online, something like that. Very good ideas. Obviously, if you do this stuff in Thailand, if you have savings, if you have some passive income, your money is going to stretch a lot further here. That's one of the reasons that I'm here, obviously, because, you know, my rent is a quarter of the price, the food is a quarter of the price, things like that. So it gives you a longer runway to achieve your goal if it's in 1 year or 2 years or something like that. And then you need to kind of design your ideal lifestyle. So if you want to include fitness, if you want to include socializing, all of these things, like the initial stages are just planning. Like you have to plan like what you want in your life, what you actually like your dream life looks like. So if you want to get up and you want to be healthy, and if you want to socialize, go to events, if you want to play sports, or all these things, you need to kind of like design define your ideal lifestyle, what you want to go towards, and start doing the small things to get you closer to that thing, to get you closer to that dream lifestyle. Because there are a lot of small things that you can even do today that you would be doing in your dream life, but they don't require money, or they literally can be things that you can do at the same time. So for example, you know, my lifestyle now is having this time freedom, being able to keep fit, play a sport, work in the morning, go to sleep early, get up early, go on short trips around Asia, eat nice food. My dream life isn't even hugely different to what it is now. It's more just like stay in nicer places, eat better food, treat myself more, provide for my friends, things like that. But currently my lifestyle is very good on, you know, around 1,500 to 2,000 US dollars per month. So the step-by-step plan, I'd say the first thing would be develop your ideas, develop what you want to do to create that passive income, to create that opportunity for yourself. That's the first step. You need to think about that. You need to think about your skills, how to leverage them. So lots of planning, lots of research. So that would be like month 1 to 3. And then month 4 to 6, you would be, you know, starting this project, starting the experiment, starting to add the things that you want in your life. If it's the social, if it's the fitness, all of the things, just the things that you can action today, start putting those in place, start getting the routine, start getting the habits, all of this stuff in place so you can design your lifestyle. And then month 7 to 9, you'd be continuing to grow. Like if this idea is working, lean more into it. If it's not working, you still have like the good other parts of your lifestyle design, like the health, social, it's just examples. You'd have those in place, but maybe the main idea is not working, then that's when you'd either go more into it, or that's when you'd leave it or try a new idea, or if it is working, go more into it. And then yeah, like the month 10, month 12, if you're on your second idea, or if you're still working on your first, review what's working, review what's not working, and hopefully at this stage you've been making really good progress. But the key things is really just understanding what you want in life, really understanding what these things that you need to achieve, if it's like gaining more knowledge, or if it's starting a business, something like that. A lot of people just don't really think. They think it's like, oh, like I have to work, I have to do this, I have to do this. You do have to do it, but if you don't make any small changes to actually change the fact that you have to do it, then you will have to do it, if that makes sense. Like you have to start small, start like spending like 2 hours a day working, like researching, like add fitness to your routine, start changing things, do stuff out of your comfort zone, because if you don't do that, nothing will change. You'll never be able to get like a good opportunity for yourself. So yeah, for me, it's going really good. I have kind of established a routine that I like at the moment. It's, as I mentioned, I go to sleep early, I get up 6:45, I get all my deep work done, I work out, I go play some sport, and then I go hang out with my friends, I eat, I do stuff after 5 p.m. Generally I'm done all my work, so I just go socialize, things like that. Like I have this plan that keeps me in check every day, get the highest impact activities done and the highest impact work straight away. Really frees up my mind to do like lower impact tasks at the end of the day, actually go out, actually explore Thailand, things like that. So yeah, if you're on that journey, if you're looking to improve your life, feel free to reach out to me. But hopefully this video was useful, and if you do want to speak to me one-on-one, feel free to reach out, because I can help you actually figure out what that thing is that you need to do, what these habits, what these routines, what these disciplines, what the outcome that you want with your life. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.